You're listening to the Australian Water Association podcast series. My name is Jo Taranto, and joining me is Simon Zander and Jack Krutak. Simon is the Water and Wastewater Segment Manager, and Jack is the Digital Services Director, both at Schneider Electric. And we're discussing the digital transformation in the water industry. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, Jo. Thanks.
Both of you have about 12 or 13 years with Schneider Electric, and understand you're an energy management and automation company. Can you tell me what that means?
Firstly, a little bit about Schneider Electric. We're a multinational company operating in lots of different company regions around the world with balanced revenues from North America, Asia and Europe. And as you said, we're an automation and an energy management company that really looks at how we can help companies use their energy better, and that's through better electrical distribution within major companies, and how we can automate processes to use electricity better. Our tagline is powering the digital economy, and that's a really important way forward for many companies to do the best they can with the energy that they use internally. In Schneider, we really have a focus on end users through what we call a segment business. And the segments that we focus on around the world are water and wastewater. Particularly, we're here at Ozwater, and that's one of our key segments around the world. We also focus on mining, metals and minerals, oil, gas and petroleum, consumer packaged goods, or food and bev, as some people talk about. And one of the other key segments we focus on is cloud and service provider. So these are the big data center operators that use a lot of electricity. We also have some other areas that we focus on, which is the built environment. So big buildings, making sure that they use their energy properly, and transportation. As you know, there's a lot of transportation projects and they use a lot of energy as well.
There's not too many segments you're not having a dabble in, really.
No, that's true. There aren't too many segments we don't dabble in, but they're our key segments. And as I said, water is one of those key ones that we focus on around the world, and Australia and the Pacific is a key contributor to the worldwide performance of our segment business.
Jack, for you then, what are the opportunities that you see for businesses when it comes to digitisation?
Yeah, look, for me, it's really about democratization of the technology. I mean, as the technology progresses at an ever-increasing rate, it also becomes more available and more robust enough to be applied in industrial situations. So, a lot of people talk about IoT and machine learning, artificial intelligence. All of those things become really available and really tangible for the businesses to take advantage of. And I think it's also important to remember not to just chase a particular technology because it's on the market and it's available. And hopefully we'll talk about it a little bit later. It's to always bring this back to your business strategy and what is it that you're trying to achieve as a business, and then use the technology to drive that, not the other way around.
Certainly, when it comes to the water industry, Simon, what do you think are the particular opportunities that you're seeing?
Yeah, so I guess Jack and I guess the broader business, we've talked to a lot of customers to understand what their challenges are around this digitisation of the water industry, and we've, I guess, come up with 5 key themes that we've nailed down, and they are an increase in regulation. So there's a lot more increase in environmental and water quality regulation, and that's a key theme that we really need to think about for digitisation. Another key theme is operational excellence, so making sure that we are operating in the best way possible, using all those resources most efficiently. And also another key theme is asset performance management. So rather than waiting for things to break, this is ensuring that the assets are being managed in a performance sense. Cyber security is a big key theme in digitisation, so ensuring that you put in things that are cyber secure. And another key theme is the next generation worker. So how are we catering for the person that has grown up as a digital native, as opposed to Jack and I.
Have you got some examples of some projects that you really, I'm putting you on the spot here, I think, some projects that you guys are really proud of, that you've been part of?
There are a lot of projects that we're proud of in the water industry in Australia, and Some of them include major telemetry installations for Sydney Water Corporation and the Water Corporation of WA, where we are helping monitor all their assets in a central location, in a central control room. In fact, over a span of about 6 years, we actually built a big telemetry system that covers the whole of Western Australia. As you know, the Water Corporation in Western Australia operates the whole state, and they're able to see all their assets from Perth, and we helped implement that with our technology and our labour. So very proud of that. We're also very proud of the fact that Schneider Electric's electrical systems from medium voltage right through to low voltage and automation and drives are used in the Sydney desalination plant, which has just recently been turned back on again. So yeah, we're very proud of what we do in the water industry and really feel part of the good outcomes that come out of doing great projects in water and helping the communities.
What would you say to organisations who are embarking on maybe a new project when it comes to, digitising a process or a system or embarking on a new technology? What do they need to do, Jack?
Maybe one comment I'd open with is that it's probably applicable not just to water industry, what I'm about to say. I mean, some of the themes that Simon has mentioned, I've certainly seen in other segments, in particular the asset-intensive segments. Everyone wants to sweat the assets a little bit more. So in particular, those things around the asset performance management, that is very prevalent in all industries. And what to do if you were to embark on a digital journey is I would really be crystal clear about what are your business objectives, okay? And the next step from that is how do you measure that? So really it's important to, unfortunately I'm an engineer by trade, so it's important to quantify those things. And the reason for that is every initiative you undertake has to in some way contribute to you achieving your business targets and objectives. Otherwise it just becomes a fad. The other thing that McKinsey points out as well is the sheer depth and breadth of the technologies available. So you really need to find a quick way to prioritize those things. The way we do it at Schneider is we try and link it back always to those strategic objectives and how you measure them. I'm going to sound like a broken record a little bit, but it's really critical. The other sort of environmental factors that are important in this is to create inside the organization is to create an environment where those different pilots and proof of concept can be stood up quickly, and that extends to commercial frameworks as well. Where if you need to engage vendors, you need to be able to do it quickly without necessarily going through a complicated T's and C's process. Once you've sort of clarified what is it you're trying to improve from your business strategy and you've got a bit of a laundry list of things you want to do, you need to prioritize them. We do it, again, looking at the quantifiable criteria. And very importantly is not to neglect the basics of project management, program management, and change management. And this is something that I've seen throughout my career in other sort of roles where we implement systems, and the technology by itself will never be it. It's always that people, processes, and systems approach. So we can contribute to the change management. We obviously have strong expertise in program management and project management. So those are the sort of key things I'd be looking out for. Some other interesting research I read very recently is some of the sort of leading indicators for a successful pilots is to actually go big or go home. So identify as many of those use cases as you can, and deploy as many of them as you can. So rather than kind of dipping your toes into the water, you really want to just go big or go home.
We've been talking to Simon Zander and Jack Krutak from Schneider Electric. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Jo.
Thanks for having us.